Right. So, hello. Do you read me? It's Danny. Hope you're doing well. Today we carry on our uh, streamerinos with some. Hey, Anfi. Nice to see you. How you doing? With some, yeah, animations. So, all of yesterday's stream, we pretty much spent trying to fix problems that I caused with the first rigging because the bones weren't like symmetrical and stuff. But it's all good now. You're good? It's good to hear, dude. What have you been up to recently? Are you working on something? Okay, I'm gonna reset all of the stuff right now and start from fresh. I'm gonna delete all of the actions because they all need redoing now. But that's okay. Stuff happens. So actions. Which action are we in right now? I don't even know. Walk. So I'll keep walk and I'll get rid of everything else. So delete, 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 delete. Da, da, da. So all we got left is the walk. I'm going to rename this idle because this will be our idle animation now. And yeah, so let's get to it. Yeah, so this is what he could do so far. I need to not do it too much though, because I kind of get stuck doing that for too long. And then, yeah, nothing gets done. Gonna move these pole targets out a bit. Dude, 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 dude. I don't need to be dootin'. I am. Okay. Now, the only thing about having these pole targets is it makes it a little bit like harder. Maybe they should have just a little bit less influence because it just seems to be making things a bit winky. Hey man, how long you been live for? Oh, literally just a couple of minutes. So you came at a good time. So let's see. Pole angle. Ooh. See if I change the weight. I think that's going to affect. Yeah, maybe that's better. I still don't like how the torso's locked now. It wasn't doing that before. It was a bit like freer. And I think it's because of these pole targets. I might actually do it without the pole targets. I'm not sure yet. How you doing, Viking? So, oops. Coco was playing Obscure today. I've played it. So Creature remind. Oh yeah, isn't that old like co-op PlayStation 2 high school survival horror? Am I thinking of the right thing? I could like affect the influence just a bit. See how it's like that. I don't know, man. Yeah, that's the one. Pretty cool game. Yeah, I remember playing it when I had a PS2. Well, when I had it on the PS2, but I don't remember getting very far in it, to be honest. Oh my god, I keep forgetting to save all this. So I'm gonna do the standard action first. I'm gonna take away the pole target for a sec and just see if it's a bit less wonky, because I feel like it's not. I don't want a pole target. You'll see what I mean. Maybe if I just have a pole target on the back legs. Hi. Oh, wait, maybe these two didn't have to be connected. I can't see what exactly changed here, but clear parent. So if I parent that to that, wait, no, this should be parented to that. Keep offset. Now, no. It's weird, see, like, maybe it's because I changed the amount of chain length. Yeah, it seems that way. I don't know. Because I kind of want the body to be slightly affected by it too. But I'm going to like go back so I'm not just breaking everything. So if I change the chain length to 0 on this, and then the chain length to 0 on this. Now that's a weird kind of... Have you beat that game before, Viking? What happens if I turn these to 0 as well? I'm curious now. Okay. Yeah, that gives us this kind of thing, which I think is really cool for... but I don't know if it's going to be a pain in the noggin to deal with. So let me go back and re-put the poll targets on. Now, are you back, poll targets? Yeah, poll target, poll target, poll target. We use these poll target to help us rotate the joints there. I have not. I actually just recently started collecting games for PS2, so it's my first. Ooh. Did you not play that many PS2 games? Because I got a whole bunch I could recommend. Or is it just that one you didn't really play? Okay. I know this looks a bit weird right now, and I'm sorry for that. So, now if I try and make a pose like him going up like this, see, I kind of want to animate like in this way because it feels like it would be natural, but I don't know if I'm going to end up regretting it later. Because once you start making the animations like that, you're kind of stuck in that kind of way. Like it's hard to properly adjust everything. But to be honest, I feel like it needs to be able to fully express itself. Whatever the hell I'm talking about. RCG. Oh, available. So I'm gonna say screw it. I'm gonna do it like this. And if it doesn't work, then I guess we'll have to start all over again. I mostly grew up with PS1 and PC. I did have PS2 as a kid, but it's mostly games like... Well, to be fair, if you played Metal Gear Solid 2, you're pretty good. Are you doing the idle? Yeah, I'm going to try and do as many animations as I can today. And I think I can actually do it today. So the way I've been doing it is setting my mouse kind of really low DPI and then trying to get something cool going on. And then later kind of adjusting it. It's really cool for the kind of idle stuff. It's a shame I didn't do it for the character, but I think maybe it would look a bit weird on the character to do it like that. I'm going to actually turn down my DPI to like 100 if I can. I don't even know if that's possible. No, 200's the limit. God damn it. I need the mouse to be like even less, you know? Oh, I could turn the sensitivity down on like the Windows mode, but I don't want to like screw with my muscle memory. So anyway, let's start animating the. Is that a 305? You mean it's G203? Do you mean my mouse? It's like the cheapest OK one, I think. Anyway, yeah. So let's record and see what happens. Now we can do multiple things at once and then kind of blend them together later, which would be cool. I got a video coming about events, by the way, in C# really soon. But I've put a little bit more production into what I've been doing, so it's a little bit longer than I thought it was going to take. So I'm not even sure when that's going to be honest. Probably like tomorrow or Sunday. But anyone who's interested in learning the Unity stuff, that could be helpful. Cool to see how you create all the animations, how to save them properly, and then connect it with buttons to Unity. Like, I have no idea how to. Oh yeah, I couldn't show you the entire process for that today if it's helpful for you. So what I usually do now is I start to delete some of these like middle poses and then see if it still looks quite spankerific. And if it doesn't, then I make it more spankerific, if you know what I mean. Because I don't know what I mean. But one of us should know what I mean. I'm starting to get quite invested in Stranger Things, by the way. I wonder if it's going to influence my design. So yeah, taking away all these keyframes. Oh, and how to make animations fades. Otherwise you let go of the button and make a reset. Yeah, don't worry. Unity's already got that covered for you, dude. Oh, by the way, guys, chuck me a like if you're into this stuff so that we can get more people in here. I want to become a full-time YouTuber and sit on my butt all day. No, actually, I just want to make games. Yeah, I can show you about it at some point, maybe today. We'll see how we go. I'll do a couple of animations and then maybe I can show the kind of workflow into Unity, if that would be cool. See, I've taken away a lot of keyframes, but you still get the idea across what's going on. Now I check how different these first and last frames are, and see they're quite similar. So if I just copy this and paste it at the end, then it will be pretty good. Now I just need to evenly space these out. That's not even. That's not even. So then I can scale them properly. Yeah. Yeah, they got Unity's got all this built-in stuff, like so so much stuff, and you're always thinking, oh, I'm gonna have to do this, I'm gonna have to do that. And then it's like, oh, actually, wait, Unity like already has sorted that out for me. And even if I did go and make a system kind of like of my own, it wouldn't be as good as the thing they've already made. So I might as well just use it. And there's loads of stuff like that. Although sometimes it's still good to try and make your own systems like that to see if you can do it, you know, to test yourself and your mad programming skills. Let me just move this here. Hey, young Evan. Yeah, I'm doing great. How are you? Sounds promising. Yeah. So let's see what the animation looks like. We want to make sure that we cut off like the very last frame. So it will still kind of try to do that movement, but then it will loop back to the start. And if we did it right, then it should be gravy. Yeah, it's not bad, but I don't know. Kind of dizzy. Oh dear. Yeah, it's not bad. It's still like it still feels a bit jerky in places though. Oh, you see, it's this bit here. If I take out one of these, it might make it look a bit more natural. Let's see. Nah, there's something not right here. I'm gonna try and do it again because I've missed like one of the frames probably to make it look alright. Which episode you're on? I'm on like the 3rd episode, I think. Like 11's just started to kind of speak. I want to make it a little bit more extreme as well in the movements. Yeah, make sure if you're doing it this way, make sure you give yourself enough space, otherwise it'll start overwriting itself and getting all jerky. And not the good kind of jerky. So, let's try that again. Yeah, I'm feeling really into it. And I think it's my kind of show. But I've got to like restrict myself to only 1 episode a day. Maybe we try the other way. Maybe that'll feel a bit more natural. Okay. So, I should put some tunes on probably. Where's the tunes at? Let me just move them back there. Now tell me if the music's too loud. Wait a sec. Even though I'm pretty young and pretty much grew up on PC games, this looks promising. Check this out. I'm making a video about events, so I've set up this little scene where these things can screech at the player. This might convince you more. I think it looks really funny. So, wait, that's that one screeching. This is to demonstrate that they can all do it and all have the same effect on him. And he looks like he's about to poop his pants. I just keep doing it. I don't know why. Like, I feel like I'm kind of annoying the character, and it makes me feel good. Even though he's my own creation. It just feels good to annoy him like that. I'm sorry, it just... it's funny. Well, that's good. Yeah, it's kind of freaky, this thing. So, I think maybe that way could work better. But let's try and get like less frames this time. So we'll take out like every other frame. And see if we still have that kind of effect. Can you animate his face when he gets scared? Yeah, I was actually thinking about that. I think was it you who I talked to about it? It was either you or my friend Tromboncino. And he said, well, someone I was talking to about it. And I think it's something I'm going to do now. Before I said I think it would take too long to implement and I didn't want to do it because of that. But now I'm actually thinking more like, you know what? Like, I don't really care how long it takes because it would just be fun. So thanks, Adam. Also to change the color in the menu when he... Yeah, I remember that. I was thinking about having some, like, brain cells or something floating in the back, if you know what I mean. Obviously, you know what I mean. You know what a brain cell is. But, I mean, like... Okay, let's try and loop this quickly. Sorry, ADHD just took over. But it would be cool to have some kind of... I was thinking, you know, something visceral, like maybe some kind of neurons or something in the background or something, and they're all like, they start like pulsating weirdly if he's like stressed or anxious, you know. Got the jerky turkey going on again. This one and that one. Oh wait. Oh no, what did I do? Yeah, he's going back slightly. Oh. Wait. Let's try it here. Dropping bullets when he poops his pants. I like Neuron's idea. Can't you edit keyframe curvature, make it less jerky? Yeah, to be honest, like, I'm not gonna lie, like, the curves scare me. Maybe that's something you could help me with, like, off stream sometime, Jimmy. See, we got rid of it anyway. That's the good loop. It's one of those things that's been kind of intimidating for me to learn. I don't know why exactly, but it just not on the girls though. Wait, what are you talking about? Oh. I'm an idiot. Curves. Jeez. Okay, we got one action done. Idle. Okay, so what I wanted to say for people who are completely new to the new to the animation here, it's better to have your animations all in different actions. So one action per animation. When I used to do it, I used to have them in a long line and just drag the Blender file into Unity and then just make the animations from there. But for a few reasons, that is really like a sucky way to do it long term. Okay, growl. No, it's just Jimmy's on my mind giving me all this brain imagery. What do we say? Yeah, I need help with the curves. What the... Oh, Screech. I'm going to call it Screech. Like, I called it Roar before, but it's like, you know, like in Dora the Explorer, it's swiper, no swipe, right? So it should be Screecher, no Screech. Not Screecher, no Roar. It's not a roar, is it? It's a, like, Screech. It's a Screecher. That's just what he does. I don't have any brain dabblage. What are you talking about? Okay, so Screech. So let's delete all of our keyframes up to that point. And go back so we can turn our bones on. Now to do this, I just pretty much did it like... I'm making it sound really unthreatening now, so I'm sorry about that. Wait, he's got to do it from the idle, right? Yes. So let's go into this mode, and actually probably better to do it just here because it'll feel more like, yeah. I'm really sad that I couldn't use my other one for that, the one that I already made yesterday, but I've changed the bones around, so I need to animate it again, unfortunately. But that just means we can do it better this time. Okay, so it will be like, well, let's do it again. I don't like animate everything this way, by the way, just when it just seems to be really good for like more natural like movement. So let's see. I literally usually start with something like that. Well, I say usually, it's the only time I've done it, but doing my first proper rig in Blender at the moment, lots of remaking it all. Yeah. Yeah, don't worry, man. I feel you. Welcome to the stream, by the way. I think you just subscribed today, if I'm not mistaken, because I keep my phone in my pocket and wait for every new subscriber, and I'm like, whoa, it happened again, mom. What am I talking about? Okay. I'm making the same noises as your screech. Lol. Oh, maybe it's time to have a break then. Yeah, like, for real though, like, Blender has a way of making anyone really angry. Like, big time. I know there's probably a faster way of doing this. Yeah, well, good to have you around here, dude. What kind of thing are you making in Blender? Is it just a regular person, I guess, if it's your first one? Actually, I won't delete that. Yeah, Jimmy, I'd be really interested to learn how to use the curves properly. It's like, I get it, but how to explain? It's like, I understand kind of what they should do. Actually, I should look for key poses here. So this will be the first kind of pose. And that will be the next one. Oh, actually. Yeah, actually, that could be, to be fair. Hey, aptly animated. Making an Easter corpse chicken. That's great. You had no anger issues, no problem, brilliant. Yeah. Usually I find it's a lot better to restart from scratch rather than carrying. Yeah, that's so true. Like, I'm like that with programming as well, because it's like, if I make some system and it doesn't work, or it works, but I can't understand it anymore, because that's what happens a lot of the time with systems. Is like, it gets to a point where you're just like, you don't fully understand everything about it. It's just kind of trapped together or stuck together with, like, you know, tape, and then eventually you'd have to go back and change something, and you're pretty much just fucked, because you don't know properly how everything's working, and everything's connected together in some weird spaghetti way. No, it looked I think it looked really good for a first time Viking. I told you on there. Well, I sent a message on there, but you said you haven't seen it, so yeah. I think it was good for a first time, actually. My first one was really shocking. So I'm gonna go like, I wanted him to like roar one side and then the other. I'm gonna have to take this middle frame out though. Yeah, that's better. So it's like, and then he'll go over to the other side, I guess, like this. But it should feel like more of a natural movement. So maybe if I keep the pelvis going the whole, no, not the pelvis, torso, no. I don't know, something, see, I feel like this is another place where the curves could be used, but I just don't get the curves yet. Yeah, I do a lot of sculpting, but human faces really frustrated me. I have to retype and retype, but each time it's better. Yeah, it's the same when you're building up systems, I think. I was thinking about some shader, maybe. See, I want it to go straight there. It's like easing into it, isn't it? I don't want it to ease there. It's weird, like, I turn on like linear sometimes, but it doesn't seem to actually be linear. I don't know why. It's a shame because like my last one I feel was much better, but I don't know. Let me try and record a bit on the like torso as I go. No, actually on the pelvis again. Were you? Oh, I already read that. No, I'm gonna record it somewhere else and then I'm gonna put it in there, I think. So. Ugh, all this linear stuff is coming back now. Let me just turn that off. That was bugging me. So. It's really a shame, like, I feel like I got a good, like, vibe yesterday, and now it's, like, not quite there in the screen. So maybe I should just restart now. Like, we're all talking about starting from scratch. I think this is a good time. I'm gonna get the animation and have a look at it up close in Unity here. So I'll get my scene view on the left here, and let's look at one of these screeches up close when he does it. Let's look for maybe from the angle we're going to animate from. So I've got this little shortcut so we can do a raw here. Yeah, see? So he goes, okay, so the first key pose is up really far back like that. So that will be the first thing I guess I'll put in here. Ooh, why is he doing that? We're on Screech, not idle. I'm doing something weird. Oh. How long have I been making things Unity Blender? Like Unity, I would say I've only been messing around with it for a few years. Like I tried it when I was like younger, and I didn't get it then, and everything was a bit harder. But since I've been treated for my ADHD, I've been picking it up much better. I know that every stream I start talking about my ADHD, and I'm sorry for that. I feel like a broken record, but it really was quite a significant change in my life to be finally diagnosed. So, I'm probably going to need to adjust the mesh there because it's not an ideal place to pivot really. Oh, that's because of the bones. Damn, I should edit the bones and now it's going to ruin all my animations. No, it's all right. Okay. So up like this, and maybe I'll twist the pelvis just a bit, or the chest, just to give it some like character, so it's not so like completely straight. I reckon he needs to go like... Like, I chose to make the IK kind of affect the whole body because it just, I like the natural look that it's giving me. It might like hamstring me later on, but I'm okay. So, oh, I just thought of something though. If I made these connected properly and wait. Oh no. Oh no. Okay, no, I'm not going to do that. I set this up in a weird way and things I'm just going to have to roll with it, I think. So he goes back. Now, I think to be fair, if he goes back, he'd probably go back on his legs a bit as he's doing it. So he's really leaning back. And I can move these legs slightly. Wait, do we not have the pole target set up now? Oh, I thought we set the pole targets back up. Oh, yeah, that's weird. Maybe it just doesn't matter if you have the chain length so high or so little. That's a shame. Because it's like... Well, I'm going to have to just put the chain length back to 3 on the front. But that's going to probably fuck with my other animation now. Yeah, I do a lot of this in Blender. Going back and forth and being like, ugh. Oh, it's not so bad actually. Maybe it's just a bit more extreme. Well, if it loops properly. When it loops properly. Ah, that's not bad. I can deal with that. It kind of looks jerky, but I kind of like that look too. But obviously not the last jerk where it goes out of sync. And 2 Foot Sheep, how long have you been doing this kind of stuff? Now that way we can use these on the... A whole 2 weeks? To be fair, if I do the front, I might as well do the back. I feel like it must be frustrating for people who like have been using Blender for a long time to watch me because I'm just very slow at doing everything. So if that is the case, I am truly, truly sorry. See, this bone isn't really in the best rotation kind of point either. Let's have a look at that. Teething pain right now, but I can texture and more or less rig when Blender's not being a dick. Oh, yeah, I get you. It does like to do that sometimes. Just when you think you're understanding everything. And it's like, oh, actually, dude, you just don't know. You have no idea how powerful I am. Or something like that, anyway. Yeah, wonky bones. Well, that's better. Ha! I'm kind of used to rigging from using like Macromedia Flash, as weird as that sounds. Wait, is this too loud? I wasn't even listening to it, so I'm gonna play it again. Yeah, right now. Nope. Okay. So can you hear it at all? A little bit. Wait, maybe I'll turn it up a little bit. Is that better? I did volume. Yeah. It went mute. Am I being demonetized? Now, if it was gonna screech, would it put its arms back like this, or would it be more like puffed out like this? Or maybe somewhere in between. Yeah, like that. Okay. Maybe like this. And I really want his like torso to shift back a little bit. Like he's really revving up for it. That answers that. Yeah. But I guess it's back to Silent Hill again. Silent Chill. Maybe the spikes on his back can come out a bit more before he attacks. Well, they're not actually spikes, but they're kind of like little holes that some creatures might live in. That was my idea anyway. But that sounds cool. But maybe we could do something like that somewhere else. Okay. Oh, I see. I need to bend his knees down a bit. Oh, then if it dies, tiny spider-like creatures will come out and attack. Maybe. I'm not sure, like, because I don't want to have too many, like, what I'm saying, I guess, is I don't want to have too many different, like, things about each creature, you know? I was thinking more it'll be like they each have something that's very specific to them. Like, for example, the Screecher does the screech thing that paralyzes people. Okay. I think he might actually need to go back a bit. So he won't just like be completely head up and stretched out. I don't know. I find it that I spend a lot of time just piss-assing about trying to get things the way I want them. But it's too unnatural. I don't like it. I need to add some like wobble to it. You noticed what, Kev? Then I'll give you player a sign. It's screeching. Like, there'll definitely be a way to avoid the screecher. Maybe it'll be like staying on this side of him because he's blind on one side. So that'd be quite cool. This dude is the GOAT. I can't wait to see more from him. Can't stay going to work, but oh, thanks, dude. See you later, D. Addison. What's a GOAT? Game of a tit. Yeah, maybe if I do it this way again. Oh wait. So, all right. So I'll animate that part first. So it's like that bit. Let's look at the key poses. But don't need that much. Okay. Now, if I just tweak everything else. Okay. Turn off the rotation. Oh, but I forgot the first frame. I should leave the first frame. God damn it. Let me select. Yeah, that's better. Wait, what is that? Oh, it's because I started from that at that point. Alright, I'm gonna have to drag this out a little bit. Right. Now think about moving the head to back. I've got to fix this leg because it's like he's got the stank leg right now. He doesn't want to have the stank leg. Make this leg a bit more stanky actually. And move these elbows in a bit, if you can call them that. Bone bows. I guess elbows are bones anyway, right? Okay. Let's see how many we can get away with taking out of these in-betweenies. One thing I'd like to learn how to do is like... It looks a bit jerky now. No? Okay. Yeah, one thing I'd like to learn how to do is... you know what, I'm not even going to say because I don't know how to explain it properly. So now let's record the second part, which will be the like screeching part. Nope. Missed it. Damn it. Let's try that again. Ugh. It went weird. I didn't delete those. Hey, dead volume. How was work today? Good Friday. Oh yeah, Jesus Day, innit? Wait, why hasn't he got the... Why hasn't he leaned back properly? Off till Tuesday, nice. I have this bad habit of accidentally putting in keyframes like everywhere where they don't belong. Alright, I think that's the... Oh, that's because of the pelvis. See, this is where a curve could be useful too, I think. Okay. So let's try recording that again. Right, let's try that again. Right. Now I'm going too crazy with it. It's like my hand isn't doing the proper things today. Oh, it needs to come real far forwards. Yeah, and also... Ew, get away from here. Also, it needs to... Wait, why is rotating that even not working? That's weird. Well, that's a bit better, but he's a little bit extreme still. I want him to have some decency. Not too crazy. Is anyone else tired today? I feel like it's one of those days. Okay, so... I want him to actually come to like here at this point. Hey. Yeah, it's one of those days, isn't it? Alright, so let's have him open his gob now. Let's have him close it just before the roar. Spooky potato, nice. Did you see the inspiration for this? Why is he dancing? Because he's just too cool. It's supposed to be like a roar. Like, I made one earlier, but I had to reset the bones, so it didn't work. This is how the old animation was, and I don't know if I can like do it better, to be honest, because I was really happy with this one. It's a shame I had to re-kajigger the bones. Yeah. So this was inspired by where's the picture? Potato, 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 potato. Oh wait, I've got it here. This was inspired by this creature on the right. Spicy, yeah. How's it going, gaming chair? It's like, well, it's getting better actually. Like, I'm judging it quite hardly, I think, but I think it will be alright if I just work a bit more on it. He's like, Oh, but I think maybe his arms need to be a bit like further out so that it's a bit more threatening, because that was one thing that looked cool with the other ones. Yeah. Yeah. See, it was super easy, barely an inconvenience. Maybe he can go back on his like heels when he's doing it as well, because he'll want to be like threatening. And actually, I'm thinking about rotating him a bit more. Forward. So he's really like in your face. And where's the torso otherwise? Here too. So maybe it can go down there too. And then he'll need to go back to like a neutral state after that. Will it be a creature that crawls, falls, or sitting, or stays in sewages, or will it have a good jumping distance? Yeah, it's gonna be like kind of similar to a hunter, I think. So it will be able to like leap and get you. Trademark. You'll be able to go and get you done. All right. Right. Now, try and fade the back to the idol and see if it will look decent. No, we've got to come back to the middle, I think. Maybe if he just does it a bit slower. Yeah, I was thinking he would like he's gonna have some really cool stabbing animations. Like, have you guys who've played Dead Space before? Like, I was thinking about that kind of level of deaths where you can really like see the character get like blown apart and like cut up into little pieces. It'd be really cool because, you know, those kind of deaths we would have been like, yeah back in the day. But obviously we didn't have them back in the day so much. You had some deaths like that, but they weren't so extreme. I'll be rigging enemies today as well. I'm taking notes. Okay. Well, don't... What kind of thing are you making? Yeah. I haven't actually played that much Eternal Darkness. I started playing it like a while ago because I really want to play it. I'm into Lovecraft and all that. The head should follow the neck, which follows the chest. So the chest moves first. Chest moves first, then the head. Okay. Yeah, so it doesn't look so so kind of like they're stuck together. I get you. So where is the head? Where did we actually move the head? Oh, I didn't. I just moved the torso. Yeah, so I'm using the torso for all of that movement pretty much. So maybe if I make the movement just a little bit less extreme and then I'll bring the head out later. And get rid of this last pose because it's horrible. Yeah, I gotta go back and fully play Eternal Darkness at some point. Okay, so the torso moves here, and then we can move the head, maybe. Is that kind of what you mean? Just realized something. Power for hate for weight painting. Yeah, maybe I could make it a bit more obvious. I haven't actually done weight painting before. I've always done the kind of Resident Evil style limbs like this because that's just the look that I like, so I'm kind of lucky like that. Or maybe we could bring the chest out like a bit more though. Make it look a bit more aggressive. Maybe some interpolation between these poses would do a good job as well, but I'm not sure just yet. It feels like it needs to like go a bit further this way because it kind of goes and it gets stuck there, you know? Maybe if I just rotate it around a bit there, get a little jiggle. Wait. I know maybe this is like an unconventional way of animating, doing it this way, but I just find I haven't got the skills to make it look that natural yet, and I get like a little bit of human kind of offsetting the time that the head moves so that the body rotates left first, then a few frames after the... Yeah, I get you. I have done that slightly if you look, but maybe it's just not so obvious yet. So let me just put these frames here and see if that helps finish the kind of look. Those ones are too extreme, so I'm going to cut those off. So I can move the torso like even further behind when the head moves. But I'll make it so the head is not moved when he's at this frame. Oh, it's starting to look something. I don't think the jerkiness paid off at the end though. Maybe if I just leave a few frames here, it will look better. Huh. Thanks, Viking. It felt so natural before, and now it's been pretty actually tough this time. And it's getting him to go back to the rest pose, which is kind of tricky because I feel like this with a lot of animations I've done, to be fair. Like, I try and get them to go back to their original pose and it just looks kind of weird. Or maybe if I move the torso a bit before, like was suggested, it will look more natural. Oh yeah, it works. Not perfect, but oh. Wow. Aptly, you gotta come to my streams more. I don't know, like I was actually thinking about going, just trying to have really frightening moments instead of going for the cheese factor now, but, you know, really trying to make something horrendous. Any more tips like that would be always appreciated, happily, because you've opened my eyes a bit. I love it when you learn kind of new things. Definitely makes things more natural there. So maybe I can like make that a bit shorter. I kind of want to scale this all a little bit, but I can always just speed it up in Unity later, to be fair. I always feel like he's gonna do some like Fus Rodar, like you know, visuals coming out. I'm not an expert on animation, but I picked up a few things in my... Yeah, I have maybe... I'd say I've been seriously using Blender for like a full year, but I mucked around with it a few times before that, but never got this far, you know? Okay, so now I'm gonna do the process of cheesiest fuck. Yeah, I was gonna go the cheesy route. Don't get me wrong. I was really planning on doing that, but I thought about it, and for me, I would have been kind of doing it because I was too afraid to try and make something really scary, you know, because in case it's not scary and I end up like being the Room of horror games. But I just think I need to like really just try my hardest and hope for the best with that. Okay, so pay attention. Started getting interested in procedural materials and expanded from there. Yeah, I'm to be fair, I'm only really interested in doing the PS1 kind of stuff. So thankfully I don't have to worry that much about materials, you know. It's not really something that I'm ever gonna play around with, to be fair. Because I think if you get too much into that, it's like, well, for me, like I'm mainly a programmer, so it's useful to be able to do things in a really simple style. Yeah, don't become the Room. The main character's name, I don't know yet. I was thinking of like originally Danny, like, and that's not being like, I actually thought of the name Danny first before I thought of the YouTube channel name Danny Arcadia, or like my alter ego. But I guess it would be a bit weird if I had the main character called Danny now. Okay, so he looks like a Peter? I don't know. Maybe. So, pay attention, Dutch Viking. I'll show you how I go about putting this into Blender. Unity. I've got everything set up for my YouTube video I was making, so I'll just replace these screechers with our new ones. So what's not weird at all? So, okay, I'm gonna like apply all transforms, rotations and everything like that first. Then I'm gonna select the armature, rotate it by 90 degrees. Wait, no, minus 90, I think. Yeah. Then I'm going to press Control A and apply the rotation. Then I'm going to type 90 into the X here. And then the character's going to be straight. Then I'm going to select the mesh underneath. And I'm going to hit apply rotation. That's important so that the character comes facing the right direction in Unity and that the transform values aren't just all weird. It's kind of annoying that you have to do that, and I'm sure someone's probably fixed like some mod to do that by now, but I'm quite happy doing it like that. It's not a problem for me. So then I'm gonna press export FBX. I have an operator preset here called Unity. Some of these things I actually need to change, like leaf bones shouldn't be there, but I don't think it's that important, to be fair. I always do FBX unit scale here, Z forward, Y up, and apply unit selected objects. Oh wait, I need to select all the objects. Don't just use your Blender files in the Unity, because it can get messy later. It's just much better to use the actions that you get when you export by FBX. Anyway, so Unity, take the leaf bones off. Don't press apply transform because it can be buggy. Okay, so I export that as I'm going to call it Screecher 2 because I want to show how to properly import it so it doesn't just overwrite. So enemy, oh, where did I even export it to? Screecher 2. So find where it is and then drag it onto your project folder. And you'll see it comes in here, but there's no texture on it so far. It's just completely blank. So I select it, go to materials. Well, I'll do it again so you see how to do it. So I'll bring in like the texture, so Screecher.png wherever it is, and I'll drag it here, and then I'll create a new material. If there's a faster way to do this, by the way, I don't know. Like someone said they knew a faster way, but I'm okay with it right now. Screecher 2. By the way, I never name anything Screecher. I never name anything like with 2 at the end or something. It's just for the purposes of this. So then I want to assign the texture to the base map here and turn down or turn off specular highlights and environmental highlighting because I just don't use them. I like the more basic look. And then you can go to, oh, you can actually go to this guy's just import settings. Not there. Select. Oh, I was selecting a camera, whoops. Let's go material and then select Screecher 2. Apply. And you got the texture, but he's all blurry, see? So what I do is I go to materials, Screecher 2. I've got a preset for this, but what I usually do is I turn off MIP maps, I put it on point, and then I turn the max size down to 256. I don't know if that optimizes anything at all. I don't compress yet because I haven't decided what kind of compression I want. And then I just hit apply, and then the creature has his skin. But oh, I think he has an old version of the skin actually. That's weird. That's very weird. Oh, he does. That's weird. Oh, this is the one with like the muscly arms and stuff. Anyway. I'll have to get that texture back. So just go here, save this image as Screecher 2. And then find it again. Screecher 2. Drag it into Unity. It's called it Screecher 3. I'm just going to call it Screecher this time. And then let's drag this on again. Yeah, that's better. Make sure I can just use my preset this time. Wait, where did my preset go? That's weird. Oh, it was for the texture, that's why. So standard texture, then apply. And we got the texture back. Now I'll show you how to animate him. So let's face him towards the character. Now if we go into the Screecher, we can see that he's got a couple of animations here already set up for us. So that's because we exported via FBX. So it's already in there for us to use. So now we just need to find a way to access it and to actually play with it. So then you would add an animator component. I already have this set up here, but I'll show you how you would make it from scratch. So if I just go to the animator in the Screecher, get rid of that. I'm going to create an animator here. So an animator controller, call it Screecher. So you have your entry point and you have your exit point and any state. So it always enters here from entry into your initial state. Now our initial state is idle. So I'm going to type idle in here. And then the motion is armature idle. I think it's this one because we still have the old Screecher knocking about. No, you can just drag it on and it will update just the extra animations. It's really cool like that. So if you add a new animation, it will just be there by default. You won't have to change everything around. So let's call this state Screech. And then Screech. So you just match up the states with the animations you want there. Let's add a trigger so we can create a transition between this state. This trigger will be called Screech, and we'll just trigger that when we want him to screech. Right click here, make a transition, click on Screech. Now in the transition info, I'm going to make it so that it can come from any point, because this first like arrow here is where it should start. If it has an exit time, it means it will wait until a certain point in the animation before it will actually transition. So I'm going to turn that off, and I'm going to put these right at the front here so he can go straight from idle into Screech whenever he needs to. Now notice down here it says transition needs at least one condition or an exit time to be valid, otherwise it will be ignored. So we need to give it a reason to go on to Screech, and this is what our trigger's for. So we add a condition here, Screech. So whenever this Screech gets triggered, we'll go back into this Screech state. But if we don't make a return to this idle state, then he'll just stay in the Screech state forever. Okay, so I'll right click here, make transition, click on the transition, and I'll just make it have an exit time like the default. And then what he'll do is as soon as he's finished his Screech, he'll just transition back to idle. So now So now if I add the, well, actually there's one last thing I need to do because I forgot about it. In your animations, you have an option to select loop time. That'll mean the animation will just keep looping over and over. And apply that. And then we can add the Screecher script that I made yesterday. Screecher. And in here, all we do is we have a static public event on Raw. That's something we trigger to affect the other things in the world, like the player and the camera. I'm doing the video on the events and actions very soon. Once it's finished, so I'll tell you all about that. So all we do is we get the animator component and we get the audio source, and then we have this method raw. And the key thing we're looking at here for the animation is set trigger raw. So that trigger that we set up earlier here, we need to set this to screech because it used to be called raw. And then this invokes the trigger raw event after 0.9 seconds because we want a little bit of a delay to when the sound, not when the sound plays, I mean to when the event is actually triggered, because it shouldn't be exactly when he starts screeching, but when he's kind of in the middle of it. You can do this similar thing with animation events, but I won't get into that now. So now if we play it, it should be connected up. Actually it shouldn't, because we haven't added the animator to this yet. So it needs an animator component, and it also needs a sound audio source, but that's not related to the animation, but it needs it. Screech, screech, screech. Play on awake off. So animator. Now we don't have a avatar actually for this guy yet, so we can create one by going to our import settings, rig, and then create from this model, apply, and then that will do us, hopefully. Okay, so animation controller will be Screecher, and then our avatar will be Screecher 2 avatar, and we'll see how that goes. Okay, so as you see, he's animating, so that shows us that we're connected up here. And if you've got this object selected, you can actually see which state he's in, which is really cool for debugging. You can see the transition he'll make when I do this. So raw. And he's a bit slow there, as you can see. So what we can do is we can speed up this animation 1.3, and then let's try again. Yeah, that's better. So the avatar is, I think, mainly used for if you have like a standard human avatar, then you can do a bunch of extra things. Like you get some just nice features for skeletons, or for the rig, sorry, like head facing things and just a bunch of stuff that I don't really use. I gotta be honest, I don't exactly know the ins and outs of what the avatar does, but all I know is that you usually need one for the animations to work. That's something I haven't really got that deep into, to be honest. But yeah, as you can see, there's a few steps involved to get it working. But the good news is if I have a new animation for this guy, it will be really simple actually to get it set up. It won't be like a real hassle. So all I'll need to do is export the FBX again, drag it on, and this guy will keep all his texture, he'll keep his material, he'll keep all the animations that are set up before and the connections in here, but he'll just have some extra ones that we can chuck in there. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with the new Raw. It's nice to know that the thing is built in a bit more of a stable way now, you know. I'm gonna try speeding up the thing a little bit more. Yeah, I quite like it. I got I want to do like a deeper kind of screeching noise for that one that's kind of like, you know, like it will have a high pitched element, but it will be like a really like vibrating bass underneath, sort of like the what are they called in Mass Effect, the Reapers, you know, they're like, but yeah. Yeah, sure, dude. There you go. I'd be interested in seeing that. So yeah, that's about how you do it, Viking. It seems like a lot of steps, but it's just one of those things. You do it a few times and then you get it. You go through some really frustrating fucking phases trying to get it working, and then eventually it works and it's like, okay. It looks like he's got balls. Yeah, I can't wait to do like the character attacking, or this monster attacking the character. It's going to be so amazing. I might actually do that over the next few days, is try and make an animation of the creature killing the character, and I'll link them together so that, you know, the character will be locked into that, and I'll animate them both at the same time in Blender and kind of, yeah, link them up in that way. It'd be friggin' awesome, dude. Thanks for showing. I'll probably have to go through a bunch. Yeah. How to add walking animations? It's just the same as any other animation. With the walking animations, you can get like a sheet online which has shows you the different key poses. If you just search like walk cycle or something. You know, like this kind of thing here. Oh. See? That kind of thing could be really helpful animating walks. But make sure you get one that's kind of realistic, because I first did it on the character and it looked kind of like cartoony. Oh, I think you'll need to be on their Discord for a little while before you'll be able to actually do anything on there happily. Yeah. So I'm not sure if I'm gonna stream tomorrow, by the way. I might take the weekend off. Oh, okay. Well, Sebastian Larg has some good videos on that if you want to watch. Well, I'm pretty happy with that. Okay. So, I think I'm going to end the stream there. I don't really have much energy today, and I'm kind of tired. So, yeah. But thanks for hanging out, guys. It's been a blast. And I will speak to you on the next one. But the video is probably going to come out before the next next stream. So yeah, take it easy. Bye bye.